All right, hey you guys, let's talk about the photographer versus the CEO, okay? It's time to get out the hustle mentality. It really is. It's not serving you. It's not helping you, okay? So let's talk about it. Hey, thank you for joining me. Happy Sunday, you guys. I just recorded a podcast episode. And I was talking about the photographer versus the CEO, and I was like, you know what? This was such good information. I want to come on live and talk about it. So, hey, you guys, happy Sunday. If you are here, say hi, please, in the chats. I would love that so much. Give me some energy. Give me some love. Say hi back in the chat. Let me know where you're joining from. Let me know where you're watching from. I would love that. Happy Sunday. So, of course, per usual, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna see some people say, hey, what's up? If I got some photographers, I would even love if you guys drop some cameras in the chat. If I have some photographers here on live, drop some cameras in the chat. Say hello. Hi, Katrina from Indiana. Love that. Nice to have you here on live with me. So we're gonna be talking about the photographer versus the CEO. We're gonna be talking about getting out of that hustle mentality. And in particular, I wanted to talk about like why not having a CRM system is slowing you down. It's holding you back, sis. It's holding you back, friend. Okay, so I don't know if anybody on here, if you're want to share, listen, I love stuff in the comments. Okay, so like if you have questions, if anything comes up, put them in the comments. If something resonates, give a little heart, a little like, because I'm just here sharing my insight and my thoughts and my wisdom with you guys. So I hope it's always helpful. So really quickly, my name is Ray Whitney. I am a wedding photographer and a photography business coach. I have the honor and privilege of coaching other photographers to build successful, sustainable businesses and become more confident as a CEO. And I help them reach their first 50,000, 75,000, 100,000, 150,000, whatever their sales goal is. I help photographers make money and become a better business owner. Okay, so that's what it's about over here. It's all business. We talk about photography as well because I love off-camera flash and I love knowing your style of work. But I truly believe my photographers that are at this pro level, they know their style of work. Like they know how they like to create. They know how they like to shoot. They feel pretty confident in their skill set behind the camera. And really where they're not confident in is being a business owner, is being like running the business. It's just so many things to do, so many things to think about. And it's the part that is just like, just stresses them out. And that's why I step in. Okay. That's why I enter the chat. And we really just simplify your business and we switch things up. So I have a webinar coming up this Thursday. Y'all, the webinar is here. It's free. It's going to be phenomenal. It's called Perfectly Packaged for Six Figures. You can sign up, the link in my bio. You can DM me the word webinar. I wish I had the little mini chat here right now. Unfortunately, I don't because that's another story for another day. I'm a human girl. My Facebook got hacked, so my mini chat is not connected. However, the link is in my bio. What I love about photographers is that y'all know how to find a link, okay? It's in my bio. If you DM me the word webinar, I'll send it to you. It's everywhere you need it to be, okay? And so I have a webinar on Thursday at 6 p.m. Central. Come and join us. It's totally free. It's going to be amazing, called Perfectly Packaged for Six Figures and Beyond. And I'm going to be teaching about how to position your personality, the processes that you need, and also the pricing structure that you need to get you to six figures plus as a pro photographer. And it is going to be juicy. The webinar is going to be phenomenal. Like the slides are just out of this world and the value is just so good. So I really hope to see all my pro photographers on there, especially the ones that want to get better at business, the ones that want to become a more confident CEO, a better business owner. They want to do better in 2025 and you have to do something different to get that result. Okay. So I want to talk a little bit about like getting out of that hustle mentality, right? And a lot of times when you first started your photography business, you started from a passion and a love in creating in the camera and capturing images and capturing memories and legacies and stuff. And while that's good, and you're like, okay, I can make money or I can serve people in this way and people are willing to pay me, and like you started this business. But what you probably quickly realize is that it's so much more to having the business than just taking pictures and interacting with clients and shooting and creating. Like, it's so much more to it, right? And one thing that I realize and that I see, like when I zoom out of my little world and the business that I've created as a photographer, and I think about other photographers, and I just put this on my stories, every photographer really actually doesn't really want to have a real business. Like, they don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't want to work too hard or feel like it's working too hard. They don't want to, market consistently. They don't really want to grow. Maybe they have the mindset of like, oh, I know it all, but you don't, right? And you get frustrated because what you're finding is that the only people that are really booking you are your friends and family. And even them, they're not taking you that serious. The problem is because you don't take yourself that serious. You don't, right? There are so many people that don't know about your business that are, need your services. They just don't know you exist. And that's where marketing comes in. That's where consistency comes in. That's where that target audience comes in. That's where you have to really get outside of yourself and stop making your own excuses for why things aren't going how you want them to go, and get real, put that mirror up and say, okay, what is it that I'm not doing? How can I be better at this, right? Better at marketing, better at selling, better at promotion, better at lead generation, better at visibility, right? Like an overall better CEO. Like, that's what it's about. So when I thought about this, and a lot of photographers are just in this hustle mentality, and then they get frustrated because only the friends and family, the only ones that are booking them, or maybe they're not even booking them, and they're watching other people. They're doing this, comparison to everybody else, every other photographer, but they're not really getting real about what they need to do to move the needle forward. So let's talk about it, okay? Because I got some stuff to say. Number one, when I think about a real CEO, you need to have a client management system. You have to have some type of database in which you can organize clients and you can organize your leads and you can make it easy for people to pay you. Make it easy for people to pay you. Make it easy for people to sign a contract and work with you, right? Like, this is like super simple to me, like kind of simple stuff, but you'll be surprised. A lot of photographers don't have a system, right? They have all these different folders, all these different documents all over the place, and it's no real client workflow for people to work with you, right? And so a CRM is so important because it really helps you to have like a database in which that you can communicate with your clients. You can send them contracts, you can send them proposals, you can send them invoices, you can put payment plans in place. You can just have a place where you communicate and you can keep notes and track of all the different projects that you have going on, right? And so this is really big because sometimes some of you all are stalling your own growth in that next level that you're trying to get to because just simply you're not making it easy for people to pay you. You're not making it easy for people to inquire with you. It's a convoluted kind of system that is going on, and it's just not working for your audience, right? So that's really important. Like, I really think that's important. We are in 2024, y'all. We are in a super digital era, right? So we have to make it super easy for people to pay us, to fill out a contract. I cannot stand when I'm signing a contract for some type of service that I'm getting, and I'm have to go print it, upload it, get it. Like, what? Like, there's just so many easier ways to do that, and that the CEO is constantly thinking about that, right? Constantly thinking about that, because that plays a big role in your overall client experience, right? When you don't have a client management system and you're kind of in this hustle mentality, truthfully, you're unorganized. You're unorganized. Stuff is everywhere. And so if you were to have to pull files from a past client, you just don't know, you don't even know where to begin to search to find it. There's no systemization. There's no organization. There's no database. And it's overwhelming you. It's making things more complicated than it has to be. Oh, thank you, Vivian. Thank you so much. My sister, love you, girl. I appreciate that. So it's unorganized, right? That hustle, when you stay in that hustle mentality, you stay unorganized. right? You stay in a low price tier because you don't believe that you are worth more. You're not really giving an overall well client experience, and you just don't believe that, you deserve more. And the fact of the matter is that you deserve more, right? Our creativity, the magic that we create behind the camera, our final images, like, we deserve so much more than what we give ourselves permission to receive. Okay. So another thing is, in that hustle mentality, and you don't have a client management system, or you don't have some type of digital database, is that it's just a bad practice of bad record keeping. It's not a good practice of good record keeping. It's bad record keeping, right? So when it comes time for tax season, when it comes time to create your P&L and your balance sheet and to give the needed reports to your accountant, you are not able to quickly get these documents together because stuff is all over the place. Which also lets me know that you're not really able to give an accurate report on sales. How much you've made in this month, how much you made in this quarter, how much you made year to date, because stuff is just all over the place. And that is just not, we have to stay ready so we don't have to get ready. Some of you all want something big. You want the next level. You want the big next level, but you are not staying ready. The organization needs to be there. The client management system needs to be there. Your workflows, your automations, right? Things that just help you simplify working with the client, and it overall gives the client such a better client experience. And that plays into the pricing, that plays into the value, right, of what you serve. So it's bad record keeping. And at the end of the day, honestly, automations really help to save you time. They really help, because there's some tasks that we do in repetition with clients in and out as a photographer, because we typically have a roster of clients on our hands at a time. And some of the tasks that we do just literally, we do them in repetition. We do them time and time again, right? And some of you all are just, every time you got to do the task, you're rewriting the email. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have automations. You don't have templates. You don't have, again, this digital database that is going to help save you time and help improve your client experience. This is a big part of it, right? So when we're thinking about the photographer versus the CEO, the photographer just wants to shoot. They just want to create. They just want to interact with their clients, right? They don't want to really start to see themselves as the business owner that they are. But when you're trying to reach a new level as a photographer, and I know this to be true because I haven't been there, okay? You have to start seeing yourself as a CEO. You have to take yourself more serious so that other people can also take you serious. Right? No stranger off the internet is going to find you and take you serious when you barely take yourself serious. You're inconsistent. You are not really showing up. You aren't really talking to a specific target audience. Your pricing is just not giving what it's supposed to give. There is a such thing as having too low of prices that really turn away your ideal audience, because they're like, hold on, this might be a little gimmick. This might not be what I thought it was going to be. Right? So this photographer just wants to think about the shooting and the creating and all the things that we get to do in our zone of genius and in our flow. But there's also the other side to it. There's the business side. There's the lead generation. There's the visibility. There's the marketing. There's the data metrics. There's the pricing, right? There's the business finance. There's the mental work that we have to do to up level. And when you want to do more, receive more, go bigger, just be more serious about your business, this is how you have to start to think as the CEO, right? As the business owner, because that's what you are. That's what you are. And truthfully, I tell people all the time, I believe that only 20 to 25% of what we do as photographers has to do with the creation and using the camera. Now, I don't even say using the camera, because when we think about post-production, that takes up a lot, but it's only not a big percentage of what we do. A big percentage of it is right here behind this computer. You know what I mean? Emailing clients, scheduling calls, creating content, bookkeeping, updating pricing, creating content. Did I say that? Creating content, and just doing the things that is required to keep the business going, right? So I want people to start to think about, what stage am I in? Am I in a stage where it's like, I am just thinking as a photographer, and in this next season, I need to think like the CEO, right? I need to think about the data and the metrics and the KPIs that I need to track. I need to think about better record keeping. I need to think about how to manage my business finances better and save for the long term, right? I need to think about my overall client experience and my workflow and, the way that I'm able to serve clients and how I'm able to be of value to them outside of the final images. It's so much more than the final images. It's so much more than just the photo shoot, okay? Right? Hey y'all. Hey Erica girl, what's up? Right? So I need to think about how I can improve as a business owner and as a CEO. And a lot of these skills, the business owner, the entrepreneurial skills, that mindset that you need to have is something that you have to be willing to go and seek and be taught. Right? I was talking to one of my clients the other day because they asked me how I created like my banner on my Instagram. I'm hosting a webinar this Thursday, you all. So go and sign up if you're a pro photographer. It's called Perfectly Packaged for Six Figures and Beyond. And one of my coaching clients asked me how I created my Instagram banner. And I was like, this is exactly why I think the internet was created. Like, I don't think that people should use the internet to try to create individual strategies and like unique strategies that they need to do in their business. Like, I think you can learn things here and there. You can pick up the pieces, but I think the internet needs to be used like on like a how-to base, like how to create an IG banner. You know what I'm saying? Like how to create a seamless carousel. You know what I mean? Like there's tools and resources that can teach you that, like how to get a good recipe or like how to change a setting on your camera or something like that. But I think that sometimes people are trying to lean on the internet, YouTube, other Instagram pages, like maybe even some of my free content in ways to strategize in their business. And that's not what I want you to do. If you want strategy and you want to like really see some true growth and like transformation as the CEO in your business, you need to work with me. You need to get to the webinar and you need to work with me. Like that is how you see it, right? Like, because sometimes you're going to blindly take strategy and take like things on the internet. It's not really going to apply to you. It's not really going to work for your end goal. It's not really going to, you know what I mean? Like, it's not going to work for who you are as a service provider. And I believe that the services that we offer as service providers need to be things that we actually love to do for the people that we love to do them for. Because there is a mix of creative energy that needs to be in there. And that is felt when you are in alignment with the clientele. How do I know? Because I know. I've been out of alignment with clientele before. And it's the worst feeling, right? It's the worst feeling. I've fired clients. I've fired wedding clients. I fired portrait clients. I just said, maybe we're not a good fit. You know what I mean? Because the energy is off. And, I can speak on that a lot. And I share a lot of these stories with my Elevate group because I think it's important to have these conversations because everybody's going to have a bad client. Like somebody, when you're a business owner and you're a service provider, you do it long enough, you're going to have a bad client. You're going to have a rotten apple in the bunch. You're going to have a difficult client experience. You as a photographer might even have someone that comes back and does not like their images. That has happened to me. No matter how hard I worked, no matter how much we strategize, how much we visualize, how much we, made a mood board and we just like, we're in such a vibe. There's going to be experiences that throw you off, right? But I just think of them as lessons. What is this trying to teach me? And a lot of times now that I'm a coach and as an educator, these lessons aren't just for me. They actually are for my people that I serve and coach and lead and help, right? Like I have to go through them so that I can learn my lesson and that I can help the next photographer, the next business owner, not make that same mistake. I had a really great example of this that happened last year. And this year, I have been so serious with my group about contracts. Everybody gets a contract and that contract needs to be tight. I do not care if it is your sister. Sister, I know you're on here. I know you're on here. I love you. I know you wouldn't do anything to me, but I don't care because like contracts are there in the case of a bad working relationship. And when things go south, when things don't go right, it is the worst feeling as a creative, right? We feel taken advantage of. We feel used. It affects like our mind and how we show up, right? So the lessons that I've gone through in my business, I take them back to my group and my coaching clients, and I help them so that they don't have to go through them. Hopefully, that's the goal, right? So entrepreneurship can be a really crazy ride. It don't matter how great of a service provider, photographer, it does not matter the service that you do. Serving people is difficult, and you're not always going to have the best clients that just love everything that you do. You're just not. That's just the way of the world, right? So I have so many stories, V, you already know. But still, we always preach this to each other as sister entrepreneurs. Those that fight the contract are must. Never personal, just business. Always business. It's always business. And honestly, those aligned clients and that target audience, they get it. They're like, I respect it. You know what I mean? Because I'm just trying to protect myself and protect my business while also serving my people really well and being the creative that I am, right? And so, yeah, it's just business, right? So we have to, if you are in a place where you're like, 2024, like we're going to leave 2024 where it's at, but I know I'm playing small. I want to go bigger. I need to focus more on the business side because it's giving unorganized. It's giving unstructured. It's giving complicated. You can create a more simplified business model for your business as a photographer. And you can make consistent 4 and 5 figure months as a photographer. You can make $50,000 in sales. You can make $75,000 in sales. Some of you all are right there ready to make the 100K, but it's the strategy. It's how you go about doing it. And I truly believe that you can do this while shooting less, maybe working a little less. I believe in having a four-figure signature offer. So $1,000 or more. I believe in that. Because in that signature offer is in a genre and a niche and a specialty that I love, you do so well, you get results, honey. The results are there, the testimonials are there, and the people want what you have to offer. This is the thing I'm going to be talking about in the webinar. It's so good. Oh, it's going to be so good. Okay, so listen, if you are in a hustling mentality as a photographer, baby, that ain't going to take you but so far. It's not going to take you but so far. It's time to level up and become the CEO, right? It's time to up the game. It's time to up the ante. And it's all about personal development. The more you commit to evolving and growing and really becoming a new you, right? I tell my people all the time, when you come in Elevate and you leave, nothing's the same. Nothing is the same. You can't even think the same. You don't even talk the same. You barely walk the same. You know what I'm saying? Because you now have the backing of what it takes to be a real entrepreneur, a real business owner. Thinking about sales goals, thinking about marketing structure, thinking about pricing justification, right? Thinking about lead generation and visibility, building out your marketing ecosystem. These things that are so essential to your next level, okay? So we got to let go of the hustle mentality. We really got to lock in as a CEO. And it's going to require your commitment to evolve and to step outside of your comfort zone time and time and time again. 4-figure months, 5-figure months are available to you, right? 6-figure years are available to you. 50K quarters are available to you. But a 50K quarter, they're not running it like a hustler. They're not. They're more serious, they're more structured, they're more organized. They have a signature offer more than likely. They have a good ecosystem. They got some back-end offers. They know how to sell, they know how to market, they make it feel good. And these things are essential for when we're talking about leveling up and making more money as a photographer. So listen, I'm doing a webinar on Thursday of this week. It is webinar week at 6 p.m. It's totally free. It's called Perfectly Packaged for 6 Figures. I'll be teaching about how to position your personality, the processes, and the pricing structure you need to make 100K plus as a pro photographer. I'm going to be really teaching on that webinar. So I want you there. It is a 90-minute training with me. It will be live, so there will be some live Q&A. And I have some other exciting surprises that I'm going to be talking about later this week. So sign up. It's free. The webinar is free. You can DM me the word webinar, or you can head to the link in my bio and sign up really quickly there. And I also will be talking about Elevate, my group coaching program for pro photographers. I'll have some of my Elevate people on there to share their experience, because we do real work over here, okay? This is a safe space. This is a real space you'll be challenged and stretched and pruned to become a more confident CEO. And I'm just so excited to help people get there, okay? So the webinar is happening this week. And I just wanted to quickly kind of talk about the photographer versus the CEO today on this live, and help somebody get up out that hustling mentality, because it's just not serving you. It's not serving you. So I'm going to show up as hard as I can go. If you're a photographer, sign up. If you know a photographer, send this their way, send my page their way. And I hope to see all of my people in the virtual room with me on Thursday evening. It's going to be incredible, and you don't want to miss it, okay? So I will talk to you guys later. Happy Sunday. I'll be back on tomorrow because I got something else to talk about tomorrow, y'all. Got something else to talk about tomorrow, okay? So happy Sunday. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.